Shout out to everybody. I want to talk to y'all back. We back. You know what I'm saying? I do want to say I appreciate everybody that's been rocking with the channel. Y'all got to understand this. You know what I mean? Before we get into all this, yo, the last blog we did like 71,000 views this morning before 12 a.m. So all of that is a result of y'all getting in here, hitting the like button, sharing the video. And I'm seeing like, yo, I'm starting to get DMs from people you wouldn't even believe. People hitting me up, like, you know, trying to go over like what my, you know, my opinion is of what's going on. Like, it is crazy how this channel has been going. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all can continue to do that, hit the like button, share the videos, you know what I mean? Subscribe. That is helping. We went ahead and went over the Kamala Harris, what was it? The town hall meeting. We talked about it on Univision, and guess what happened? Univision hit me with a copyright, not for everything that I was doing. The one part where Kamala didn't seem like she really knew what she was talking about, they hit that part with a copyright. YouTube could have, you know, they blocked it. Like, it ain't blocked in all countries. They blocked the video in certain territories. This is what they did. I don't know why they did it. They could have hit me with a copyright for a lot of it. But it was just a small little segment, a small little part that was, I think it was maybe like a less than a minute long, that they felt like hitting me with a copyright on the company that they use. Why is that? Of course, I'm disputing it. You know what I mean? Through YouTube. YouTube gives you, you know, proper mediums in which you can dispute it. You know, I could have like trimmed the segment out. I want that segment in there. I want that in there. Like, what, bro? We was in here. We finding out what's really going on. We see who they pandering to. All these people, oh, well, the black vote matter, they don't care about your vote no more. They do a little bit. Shout out. Thug life. They trying to get all of these people to come in here. Kamala Harris sitting on Univision talking to a lady and trying to get Kamala Harris to say, yo, when you're over here illegal and you have no papers and you're undocumented, that they should have access to the same healthcare that we all have. Have y'all seen that? Go watch my last. We not doing that, bro. Go watch my last live. Come over here legally. I have no problem. Shout out to the people who may have, you know what I mean, come over here because they're in a desperate situation and they, you know, figured out a way to become legal. But why am I sitting there watching Kamala Harris get grilled and questioned by a lady because her parents were here illegal and she feels like they should have gotten the health care that they deserved off of your tax dollars? Kamala Harris should have cut that conversation short. Like, I'm sorry, baby. I know you feeling a certain type of way right now, but you got to come over here legal. Why she ain't say that? She's sitting over there pandering. When they start flooding in here like 60 Minutes, telling y'all, yo, within the past couple years, they've been flooding over here like it's been quadrupling. She should be saying to all these people, yeah, you come to America, right? The land of the free, the this and that, the home of the brave, liberty, you know, we accept you, you're sick, you're poor, all that. You should be saying, come here, but come here legally. That's what they, and somebody said, this is the Piper boy I don't like. Well, unwatch this video then. You think I'm about to just say whatever the liberals want me to say to make you happy so I can be in the thugged out culture and just be, oh, we cool with the Democrats? You think Lyndon Johnson liked y'all? What you think the welfare package was for? They said, oh, we gonna get these dummies to vote for us for another 200 years. He hated us. Emancipation Proclamation, wasn't that the like? I don't know. Wasn't Malcolm X Republican? I mean, I don't know. Daniel Brown with the $4.99 donation. He said Biden Harris allowing the red states hit by hurricanes to drown so they can't vote. I'm not saying that at all. I am reading a super chat. Why did Univision hit me with a copyright off that one small part? And the video's still up. Oh, I'm fighting that. I could have just laid down. You know how these creators do? They lay down like, oh, nah, you know what I mean? I'm just going to trim it out. No, I want people to see that. I'm reacting to it. YouTube has, hey, we can react. You got fair use with certain situations. Right? Why is that being sanitized? Why are they trying to force me to sanitize what is happening? Why is Candace Owens finding out they're making up family members? That's not being talked about in the media. When I see Candace Owens doing it, I'm sorry, Kamala Harris doing it, Kamala Harris, however y'all want to say her name, shout out to her. I'm not trying to diss her name. Why is that not being brought up? 60 Minutes? Why am I looking and seeing? Because 60 Minutes hit me with a copyright. I got it removed. Why are we seeing on Donald Trump's page, his Twitter page, that the interview between Kamala Harris and the person interviewing her was edited? That's a strong claim for Trump to make. Hey, they want to sue him for everything else. They want to put him in jail for everything else. Am I right? Or am I right? Why isn't 60 Minutes like trying to say this isn't happening? I'm curious. But then you got influencers trying to say right now that the Democratic Party, it says Democrats are paying influencers to endorse Kamala Harris. Y'all remember when Kamala's team reached out to Kai Cenat? Kai Cenat said it, not me. Hey, they didn't even went as far as to reaching out to battle rap. Having battle rappers rap for Joe Biden. Wasn't it like DNA and Charlie Clips? They will do anything. Then we saw, I think maybe that may have been a part that they trying to, it was like a little part they tried to cut out. We found out in a town hall meeting, there was a teleprompter on. How is Kamala Harris at a town hall meeting with a teleprompter? That doesn't worry you at all? Let Donald Trump or J.D. Vance be at a town hall meeting with a teleprompter. Y'all would lose y'all mind. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Get these messages out here. Because they obviously don't want people to see it. But let's hear what she got to say. Shout out to her. Her name is Amala. She's got a YouTube channel. Oh, she doing good. She got 2.1 million followers off of her opinion. Shout out to her. Let's listen to what she got to say.
Party is paying people on TikTok thousands and thousands of dollars to make videos talking about how awesome the Democratic Party is. I know, because they've offered me nearly $15,000 to do just that, to try to take attention away from that whole genocide thing. And I...
Nah, bruh. Are you serious? Hit the like button. Hit the like button.
I also know because I've unfortunately had to follow mutuals who started posting content suspiciously in line with the pitches I received to do just that within around...
Wait, what? They tried to pay her 15 grand to distract y'all and just like super support Kamala. What is she really saying that?
Is paying people on TikTok thousands and thousands of dollars to make videos talking about how awesome the Democratic Party is. I know, because they've offered me nearly $15,000 to do just that, to try to take attention away from that whole genocide thing. And I also know because I've unfortunately had to follow mutuals who started posting content suspiciously in line with the pitches I received to do just that within around 48 hours of me receiving those pitches. And suspiciously, nobody is disclosing on TikTok that they are getting paid to make videos just like this. So, since nobody wants to tell you the Democrats are paying them thousands of dollars to talk about how awesome the Democrats are, I'm going to tell you, you guys should be aware that when you see videos like that, the Democrats are actively paying people to talk about how awesome the Democrats are.
This is crazy. This is a strong claim. I'm going to say this. I want to see some evidence of that. She could just make a TikTok video and say anything. I want to see some evidence of that. I want to see, you know what I mean, an email or something. Like, at this point, you got to do this, girl. You got to give us an email or something.
I've received 2 pitches so far to date. I received one that was to make ongoing videos monthly leading up to the election. And I received another.
Hit the like button. They trying to suppress the video. Hit the like button, y'all.
One that was to fearmonger specifically about Project 2025 and the Heritage Foundation. If you follow.
What, to fearmonger? What?
I'm going to tell you, you guys should be.
And isn't that like TikTok? They tried to like ban TikTok, but they're trying to pay influencers of TikTok. But they wanted TikTok banned, but now they want to pay influencers of TikTok. This is crazy.
Aware that when you see videos like that, the Democrats are actively paying people to talk about how awesome the Democrats are. I've received 2 pitches so far to date. I received one that was to make ongoing videos monthly leading up to the election. And I received another one that was to fearmonger specifically about Project 2025 and the Heritage Foundation. If you follow me, if you listen to my podcast, you know I have 4 hours of content talking about the Heritage Foundation and Project 2025, okay? It's not good. It's all ass. But I resent the way that the Democrats are trying to fearmonger like it's something new and some unique horror you need to be terrified of in order.
Yo, Bezu, shout out to the subscribers in here. Subscribe. Bezu said I couldn't find the like button for the longest time. Oh, hold on. Let me just, you know, I wouldn't doubt it, bro. I wouldn't doubt that they did something like that.
To coerce you into voting for them with bad information. The Heritage Foundation has been asked since it was incepted in the 1970s, and Project 2025 is just the newest name for the Mandate for Leadership, which is their document that comes out every single election cycle and has since 1980, trying to influence Republican politicians on how to vote. And you also should
Oh, wow. This is insane.
Foundation and Project 2025, okay? It's not good. It's all ass, but I resent the way that the Democrats are trying to fearmonger like it's something new and some unique horror you need to be terrified of in order to coerce you into voting for them with bad information. The Heritage Foundation has been asked since it was incepted in the 1970s, and Project 2025 is just the newest name for the Mandate for Leadership, which is their document that comes out every single election cycle and has since 1980, trying to influence Republican politicians on how to vote. And you also should probably know that Heritage Foundation trustees are actively endorsing both Kamala Harris and Donald Trump.
Oh my God. This is crazy.
And I was actually, as I said on PBS today, going back and forth with this lady, and this lady was trying to say that Trump is responsible for Project 2025 and he's deeply tied into Project 2025. I said, We have so many facts that point to the contrary. We actually have a former director of Project 2025 saying, yo, Trump has nothing to do with this. I know some of us have worked for him at some point in his prior term. He has got nothing to do with this. Yet the DNC is emailing influencers, probably some of your favorite influencers, and telling them to shout them out for thousands of dollars.
And people will do anything for money. You see, like, if you go on TikTok, people are like, they got them, I mean, it's just like all kind of stuff. Like, they try to market and try to get you to buy. Like, people will do anything for money. And if you've got like a powerful presidential candidate trying to offer you like money, like her administration offering you money, what are you going to do? And y'all got to think marketing dollars have to go somewhere, right? So marketing dollars has to go towards whoever's most visible. And so a lot of times, like, you know, you guys are watching a lot of people on social media more so than you're watching movies, more so than you're watching regular TV, because the new age is social media. So I understand to a point, right? I understand to a point, you know what I mean? Like, and this is me being completely real about it. You have to put the marketing dollars where the eyes are, you know, so it's what it is.
Of course, depending on the influencer, the money is going to be quite large. She has quite a following, but not as much following as some of the big influencers that are out there on the internet. So imagine how much money is circulating. And my question is this allowed? How is this allowed that you can just pay somebody an exorbitant amount of money to endorse you and tell all of their followers to vote for you? I wouldn't support it if the RNC was doing it. I don't support it if the DNC is doing it.
This is crazy. This is literally crazy.
Should not be allowed. You shouldn't be able to funnel money to these online content creators to give out this hollow political message that you've essentially written out in an email and pitched to them for them to say almost verbatim. And that's why you're going to see a whole bunch of influencers on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, shouting out Kamala Harris, shouting out the DNC, talking about Project 2025, which Donald Trump isn't even associated with. And it's because they're being paid.
They're being paid off. Shout out to her. She sees through everything. Shout out to her. Wait, Obama is shaming black men for not voting for Kamala? Is that what's going on? Mad at black men. Let's listen to this.
If you don't mind, please. Yes. Because...
Oh, this is ABC News. They might hit your boy with a copyright. Might have to speed this up.
My understanding, based on reports I'm getting from campaigns and communities.
You said, what's her name? It's right there. It's called, her name is AMALA. Let me see if I can put this in the chat. Hold on, I'm gonna put her name in the chat. Y'all can go subscribe to her. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to her. Putting her name in the chat. She seems like a very smart girl. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to her. Doing her research. Not just believing everything that's being told to her.
Now, I don't know it's the case for all of them, but clearly some of them are being paid.
And she got a professional setup. She got her mic. She got the look. You know what I'm saying? She's clean. You know what I mean? Everything's clean. Like, shout out to her.
And I got to ask myself, we've seen a lot of celebrity endorsements of the DNC and Kamala Harris.
Oh, they don't like this, bro. She's articulate. And she's a Republican. Oh, they do not like this. And she got 2.1 million subscribers. Oh, Lord. And she woke. Wow. They gonna have a problem. That's crazy. So that's why I said, so this says black men are peeing me off. Barack Obama mad we're not supporting Kamala Harris, voting for Trump.
Is that we have not yet seen the same kinds of energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities as we saw when I was running. Now, I also want to say that that seems to be more pronounced with the brothers. So if you don't mind, just for a second, I'm going to speak to y'all directly.
So at this point, Obama pulls up to a campaign stop to Kamala Harris's headquarters. I believe this is in Pennsylvania. And this is before he goes on to do a rally and a speech. So the Democrats have basically pulled out the big guns. They said, look, we not getting the traction that we think that we are. These polls is lying to the American people, trying to make it seem like the race is closer than it really is. Trump is...
No, you didn't, Obama. No, you did not.
Don't mind, please. Yes. Because my understanding, based on reports I'm getting from campaigns and communities, is that we have not yet seen the same kinds of energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities as we saw.
Why do you think that is? Because your neighborhood, the people that are in the neighborhoods and communities are being affected by this administration. They are tired. Like, people like Obama, you got to understand, bro. People, like, the grocery prices are through the roof. People just had an issue with high, like, inflation. We found out, who was this? We found a congressman said that Kamala was partly responsible for the inflammation. I'm sorry to say inflammation. The inflation. Let me show y'all this.
Well, I would argue we're not. I would argue we're not really thriving right now. This inflation, which by the way was brought to us by Kamala Harris, has really slowed down people from being able to excel.
By Kamala?
Yes.
Vice president.
Oh, Charlemagne.
It's still the president.
Charlemagne, listen, man. When Joe Biden wanted to do his American Rescue Plan, Kamala Harris was the tie-breaking vote in the United States Senate. She broke the tie that started this inflation that has hurt so many people in our country. Everybody listening to your show, it's not true?
First of all, you sure you want to go there?
So she broke the tie. And this lady's trying to overtalk him because he's making him. This is a congressman, lady. What are you about to tell him?
Breaking vote.
You sure you want to go there?
Go outside, Congressman. When you go outside,
you sure you want to go there? Okay, let's go there.
You had it
He got notes. He got notes.
Now she about to look crazy because he pulled out the truth.
Angela, right?
That's fine. I have notes too.
I'm gonna give it to Charlemagne.
I have today
I'm gonna give it to Charlemagne.
is that on
I don't
every
even want to
question
hold it.
I've asked,
because Angela, hold on now.
For every infrastructure project in your community,
you can go to
should
third
go
page
out
just to
and
highlight a
thank
portion.
Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and the Congress that voted for the American Rescue Plan.
Angela,
that's what should be happening.
Larry Summers wrote an op-ed back in 2021. Larry Summers was the Treasury Secretary for Bill Clinton. He was an economic advisor to Barack Obama. He said that the American Rescue Plan that Joe Biden wanted, that Kamala Harris was the tie-breaking vote in the United States Senate, would create a massive inflation that we have not seen in a generation. Well, guess what? Larry Summers was correct. You know who also was correct, Angela? I was, because I was in the budget committee when they brought the bill. And I said in that committee, it's going to cause massive inflation. That's what happened. So the problem we have in our economy today is that prices have gone up massively. Wages adjusted for inflation is down. People's pocketbooks are hurting, but we have a presidential election in 40 days. So, and I'm gonna ask Envy this question. Envy, you're in the housing business as well. I know because I listen to the show. Interviewed. No, I'm just asking them a question. Chill, Angela. So I listen to the show. I know you do a lot of business in housing. Would you hire somebody that broke up stuff in one of your houses to fix the other houses?
No.
Exactly.
Would you hire somebody that broke up stuff in your houses to fix your other houses? Think about what he's saying.
Broke the economy.
I'm not going to do this morning, Byron.
She don't want to hear it. You're not about to talk about this black lady. You're not about to talk about Kamala. You're not about to talk about that. I don't want to hear what you got to say. No. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say, Congressman. I don't care about them facts. You ain't about to talk about Kamala. As if she doesn't know prices have been going crazy. This is insane. This is literal insanity. These people. And you get she's a more articulate version of this.
Because she was covering other stuff, the YSL trial and all that. So I would look up lives while I was at work, and a lot of these people, and I wanted to support black creators, so I would look for black people who are covering this, and so many of them are Trump supporters. There are black Trump supporters everywhere.
Everywhere, yes. People are waking up. They're everywhere, yes. So a lot of us I think we was living a little bit better under Trump. I'm just saying.
Black people who are covering this, and so many of them are Trump supporters. There are black Trump supporters everywhere. YouTube.
They losing their mind. They're everywhere. Meanwhile, they're trying to sanitize the internet.
We cannot lose this election. Here's John Kerry in a clip that went viral, saying something you never think you would hear before, at least openly. It was whispered behind the scenes. Now they're open about it. The First Amendment, forget it. We're finished if we lose. Because he thinks it's an obstacle to their propaganda campaigns. Check this out.
And I think... Hey, but before we get to that, Obama, that's why the folks are not coming out in droves voting for, you know what I mean, saying that they're going to vote for her. You thought this was going to be unprecedented because she was a woman? People are looking past that. It's not about gender. That's not what it's about. Hit the super chat, hit the cash app. Shout out to y'all. That's not what this is about. This is about people's standard of living is being impacted. And we don't care about, she grew up in a small town and she likes small businesses. The rhetoric over and over and over again. Even Tim Walz tried to do it when J.D. Vance was on him. I grew up in a small town. Like,
when I was wrong.
He has no confidence in Kamala Harris. Look at Barack Obama, their savior. He has zero confidence in Kamala. He's not saying, oh, Kamala's out here winning everybody over. Kamala's out here, you know what I mean? The polls, she's got her leading by a large margin. The Kamala's out here, everybody is right. He's not saying that. He's disappointed at black voters right now because they not falling for it.
Yet seen the same kinds of energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities as we saw when I was running. Now, I also want to say that that seems to be more pronounced with the brothers. So
now with your brothers. When you were president of the United States, what did you do for us? Now we're your brothers because you need us. That's what's going on? The brothers. The brothers.
When I was wrong. Now,
she know how to say momentum, y'all. I seen Young Turks do a blog talking about Kamala's losing in the polls and she needs to do something substantial because the race is too close. But this is Kamala Harris. She got all the support, all these social media platforms. They'll sanitize you. She got a Facebook. She got a lot of people supporting her. Why is this race so close? If everybody thinks that Trump is so guilty of everything that y'all spent all this taxpayer money, like going at him for to make sure he doesn't run and trying to give him all these felonies and you know what I mean, all this negative promotion and marketing and craziness. If he was so bad, why is this race so close? Why did Kamala Harris have to go and pander to Univision? Y'all even got Taylor Swift, Stephen A. Smith, Charlamagne. He gonna play that part too. Y'all got all of these people. A lot of talking heads. You got the Cardi B's. You got all these people. Massive fan bases. You got Megan Thee Stallion out there twerking it up. Quavo. But it's a close race.
see the same kinds
and
of
you over here trying to shame us because we don't want to fall for it again. And then we see her go on The View talking about, oh, well, would you do anything differently than Trump? No, I can't think of a single thing I would do differently. You want us to do another 4 years of this is what you're saying. That's what you're saying. Nah.
Of energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities, as we saw when I was running. Now, I also want to say that that seems to be more pronounced with the brothers. So if you don't mind, just for a second, I'm going to speak to y'all directly.
So at this point, Obama pulls up to a campaign stop to Kamala Harris's headquarters. I believe this is in Pennsylvania. And this is before he goes on to do a rally and a speech. So the Democrats have basically pulled out the big guns. They said, look, we're not getting the traction that we think that we are. These polls is lying to the American people, trying to make it seem like the race is closer than it really is. Trump is absolutely trouncing her all across the board. J.D. Vance just got done beating.
Shout out to Sheba said, Piper, if his economy was so good, how is the race so close?
Up on Tim Walz inside of a debate, and they're concerned.
And then Blah said, Piper Boy, you need to realize it's the super rich versus us. All these politicians you talking about hang out together behind the scenes and are playing you. The super rich versus us. I got a question for you. That job that you have, is the owner a rich person or a poor person that's deciding to like hire people so that they can make money to feed their families? I'm just asking a question. That's it. I seen a rich person named Donald Trump, right? He's on my Twitter talking about he wants to get rid of taxes on overtime. That's what I seen. I didn't see Kamala Harris say nothing like that. The only thing I've seen her say is she wants to tax the rich people that make over $100 million. She wants to add a unrealized capital gains tax. And I don't know, because y'all wanted to tax the rich before, right? Remember when y'all wanted to tax the rich? It was called income tax. What did they slowly start to do? Guess who pays income tax now? When they introduce something to the rich, it ends up hitting the poor or the regular working man.
That we don't have the same enthusiasm that Kamala Harris can generate versus what he experienced in 2008 and in 2012. And so Obama...
I've never seen Obama look this defeated in my life. Have y'all ever seen this? This is not me like, you know what I mean, being one-sided. This is me being real. Have y'all ever seen him look this defeated? They thought, they believed in this dude. This is the grassroots movement. Obama has no faith in Kamala Harris.
Obama feels the need to come and speak directly to the brothers, to black men. He's never spoken to us before, never had any enthusiasm for us unless we were voting for him. Now they feel as though they can bamboozle us and hit us with the ooh-op shebang, the okie doke, a second time around with a second candidate, and we're supposed to be enthusiastic about voting for Kamala Harris based off of identity politics instead of what's best for our country, instead of what's best for our family, instead of what's best for our people and our neighborhoods. And Democrats have been running this country as far as being in the White House the last 12 of the 16 years, including times that he was in there.
Mm-hmm.
His enduring message was to the alphabet community, but we gonna get through it. We gonna play this whole thing.
Somebody said, I need to make you a moderator. Who, like, you want to be a moderator? You don't even like super chat. Why would I make you a moderator?
And he knows the cameras is on, so this is not hidden.
And you know, in my chat, I'm not gonna like sanitize people. Like, if people are Democrats, I'm not gonna tell them you can't come in here and say why you're a Democrat. If they feel like, if they're Democrats and they feel like they're Democrats, they can, like, I believe in freedom of speech. They can argue their points. I don't have a problem with that.
And he's speaking.
I'm not like this guy that thinks like social media is a big problem for the Democratic Party and they're starting to lose control. And the social media, is not allowing propaganda to work anymore. Let's hear what John Kerry had to say. I wonder which party John Kerry is.
The dislike of and anguish over social media is just growing and growing and growing. And it's part of our problem, particularly in democracies, in terms of building consensus around any issue. It's really hard to govern today. You can't, there's no, the referees we used to have to determine what's a fact and what isn't a fact are kind of, been eviscerated to a certain degree. And people go, and that people self-select where they go for their news or for their information.
Listen to what John Kerry is saying. I don't think you guys are listening to what he's saying. They are no longer able to dump propaganda on you because now you have alternative news sources. And this is becoming a growing problem with the Democratic Party. And I'm going to let y'all hear what Hillary Clinton said about this too. And she believes the same thing that he believes. But y'all believe in freedom of speech. And y'all think y'all voices need to be heard. And y'all think these people are out here to protect you.
And
only 81 likes. Let me go ahead and talk about entertainment. Oh, the likes gonna be going crazy. Oh, this video gonna be getting like crazy views. Let me talk about that. But we got an election coming up, and we not playing. Hit the like button. A lot of people's algorithms on certain platforms. I'm not saying no names, but algorithms on certain platforms, when they try to like enlighten people on what's going on, a lot of times things, you know what I mean, happen. Hit the like button. We got to bust through this algorithm. Because DJ Academics and people like that, shout out to him. I watch him too for entertainment. He could sit there and talk about Drake and Kendrick Lamar all day long. He'll have 5,600 people in there, 10,000 people in there. But something like this, this guy talking about that they don't know what to do, like, because propaganda is not working. Like, they don't have a way to propagandize you. Oh, we can't hit the like button so people can see this. We can't subscribe so people can see this. Listen to what he's saying.
Anguish over social media is just growing and growing and growing. And it's part of our problem, particularly in democracies, in terms of building consensus around any issue. It's really hard to govern today. You can't, there's no, the referees we used to have.
Building consensus around an issue. They're trying to propagandize y'all.
To determine what's a fact and what isn't a fact, are kind of, been eviscerated to a certain degree. And people go, and that people self-select where they go for their news or for their information. And then you just get into a vicious cycle. So it's really, really hard, much harder to build consensus today than at any time in the 45, 50 years I've been involved in this.
They went after TikTok. You don't see what's going on? Remember on TikTok, the outcry, they coming against this, they trying to put something in the laws to get rid of TikTok. People were starting to come together and start to see the reality of what was happening. And many different people, like where they live, were starting to speak out and talk. And people were starting to come together. That was like the thing with TikTok. They don't like stuff like that. That becomes a problem. That happened under the liberal administration.
And there's a lot of discussion.
Shout out Code.Carter. He said tap the screen. Hit the super chat too, because who knows if this video can even be monetized.
Now about how you curb those entities in order to guarantee that you're going to have, some accountability on facts, et cetera. But look, if people go to only one source and the source they go to is sick and, has an agenda and they're putting out disinformation.
Oh, you mean like CBS? Oh, you mean like CNN? Is that what you mean, John Kerry? That disinformation? Or like when Trump just posted the 60 Minutes interview when they edited Kamala Harris's response? That's a little concerning. But you want these people to have all the power, all the licenses to control all the media and all the news. This is ridiculous. Wake up.
Our First Amendment stands as a major block to the ability to be able to just, hammer it out of existence.
He said our First Amendment is a block. Yo. If Elon Musk didn't buy Twitter, I guarantee you nobody would be seeing this right now. Guaranteed.
Hammer it out of existence. This human filth pile was the Democrat nominee for president.
Oh, if that's not like disturbing enough, right? Let's listen to what your girl got to say. Your girl, what she got to say about this?
If the platforms, whether it's Facebook or Twitter X or Instagram or TikTok, whatever they are, if they don't moderate and monitor the content, we lose total control. And it's not just the
They had the power back in the day before Elon Musk bought Twitter. It was liberal. They had the power back in the day. Facebook. Say anything for Trump, they threaten to deplatform you off of Facebook. That's a fact. And now Facebook owns Instagram, don't they? So now they got Instagram, they got Facebook. You know what I mean? Like, so they trying to make it up. She thinks that these platforms need to be censored. This is what she's saying.
If the platforms, whether it's Facebook or Twitter X or Instagram or TikTok, whatever they are, if they don't moderate and monitor the content, we lose total control. And it's not just the social and psychological effects, it's real harm.
And this guy's sitting here trying to black shame us into voting for these people.
Specifically towards black men. Let's see what the message is.
Hey, James Page said we lose control if we can't abuse your right to freedom of speech.
And say that when you have a choice that is this clear.
She said they should have moderated Twitter. I mean, when people put a lot of disinformation out on Twitter, they do put like, yo, this didn't happen. You know what I mean? Like, y'all see this? Like they moderate. Like, what's she talking about? What's this lady talking about?
If the platforms, whether it's Facebook or Twitter X or...
Look at the fake news pushing this out. Look at the fake news. That's the fake news. The fake news is giving her a propaganda outlet. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Why do I have 13,000 views in here? This should be 200,000 views. Why do I have 74,000 subscribers? This should be 100,000 subscribers. But I guarantee you, I can even show y'all. I can start talking about entertainment like all day long. I guarantee you I hit 100,000 like that, especially right now with the election coming up, the distractions that they want. I guarantee you this channel will hit 100,000 like that. Oh, he gonna keep talking about Drake? He gonna keep talking about J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar? Oh yeah, we need this. He gonna talk about Nicki Minaj, she upset with Safari. He gonna talk about that. He gonna talk about Cardi B and Offset. He gonna talk about Glorilla. He gonna talk about Lotto. Oh, we got to put the energy on this dude. When Temu tried to do a deal with me, shout out to Temu. They said, yo, do the video, promote Temu, send us the video, and then we'll promote the video. So if Temu can do that, imagine what these labels can do. All I got to do, I got 30 million views on this channel. All I got to do is walk into a label and say something like, oh, I would like to start interviewing some artists if that's possible. You know what I mean? We could do a percentage deal or whatever. I just want to have access. Hey, what's going on? I'm sure they probably would think about it to continue to distract people. Look at the fake news. Look at them. She's saying that she thinks that these platforms need to be censored. Just like John Kerry.
Platforms, whether it's Facebook or Twitter X or Instagram or TikTok, whatever they are, if they don't moderate and monitor the content, we lose total control. And it's not just the social and psychological effects, it's real harm.
When on the one hand you have somebody who grew up like you, knows you, went to college with you.
Then how come she?
Yeah, what is he talking? Oh, like, oh, what is he talking about? Obama, what is you talking about, bro? She knows you. She went to college with people. Like, what?
When on the one hand you have somebody who grew up like you.
You don't even know what to say for Kamala Harris. He got his arms crossed. He like, he don't even know what to say. Oh, look, I'm looking now. Diddy gets trial date. DJ Academics, 8,900 people watching right now. 8,900 people watching right now. He got another channel, 6,400 people watching, and he's got 8,900 people watching on the other channel. Shout out to Megyn Kelly, who put in work. Megyn Kelly, she got 11,000 people watching right now. Shout out to her. She's been putting in work for years.
Knows you. Went to college with you.
Then how come she ain't marry one of us?
Oh! Talk to her. Wait a minute. She want the black vote. She want to be black. She want to have the accents. She went to college with us, but she don't want to marry us. Wow.
And you have somebody who grew up like you, knows you, went to college with you.
Then how come she ain't marry one of us?
Don DeMarco, bang, bang. Wait a minute. That was a haymaker. Yeah, all that. Why she ain't want to marry us? Why she want to use this when it's convenient? Marry who you want, like who you want.
Grew up like you, knows you, went to college with you.
Then how come she ain't marry one of us? Don't worry about it. We'll get there. Obama is our new punching bag. They wanted to parade him around like he's the Messiah. Let's let him cook. We're going to get some more context before.
Yeah, exactly. Vegas Woman 702. 4 more years of doing nothing is what they want.
We stop this and react to it.
Smash the like button.
The struggles and pain and joy that comes from those experiences. Who's had to work harder and do more and overcome and achieves the second highest office in the land.
Given to us.
And is putting forward
Yeah, it was given to her.
concrete proposals to directly address the things that are vital in our neighborhoods and our communities, from housing to making sure that our mothers and our fathers and our grandparents can afford medicine, and making sure that we are dealing with prices that are too high and rents that are too high, and are
making sure he don't even know. Like, Obama is fumbling. He's fumbling. The prices are too high right now, Obama. What is she doing? What has Biden done? People was on Biden like, yo, why hasn't Biden made a speech about North Carolina yet? Florida yet? Then he comes out after so long. What are you doing about prices right now? Shout out to Code.Carter. He said, Android, double tap the screen to like the during. Shout out to you. Double tap the screen if you got an Android. Let's get this message out. Y'all in the chat, y'all making this happen. We got 16,700 views. We jumping up. It's y'all. You know what I'm saying? The subscribe. Let's see what the subscribers doing. You know what I mean? Because hey, you know they want the entertainment, but let's see if the subscribers going up. The subscribers going up. Shout out to the subscribers. Appreciate y'all.
committed to.
But he talking about, oh, she doing something. Like, what are y'all doing with prices right now? And I appreciate that Code.Carter. I really do.
Making sure that we are dealing with prices that are too high and rents that are too high, and are committed to making sure that we maintain the Affordable Care Act. So everybody's got help here.
Hey, bro, prices were too high. Rent prices are too high. And she even had to admit it in the 60 Minutes interview, right? He said, well, make sure we maintain the Affordable Care Act. Remember the problem with the Affordable Care Act, right? Is that they were like, people couldn't afford the insurance. That was a big problem. You know, I like the pre-existing clause and all of that. You know what I'm saying? There's positives and negatives. But the problem is, okay, so you couldn't afford health insurance. But then if you didn't get it because you couldn't afford it, and now insurance companies know that, hey, we can make y'all get it. What you can think they're going to do with the prices, right? Aside from that, so if you couldn't afford it, you couldn't get it because you couldn't afford it. It's supposed to be Affordable Care Act. It's kind of in reverse. You get, at the end of the year, a tax penalty for not having it. This is what he put into place. Unreal.
And cares about things like education and entrepreneurship in our neighborhoods. And that's on one side. And on the other side, you have someone who has consistently shown disregard, not just for the communities, but for you as a person.
Yeah, that's your candidate. When everybody was saying, oh, well, Donald Trump went down to North Carolina, like, where was Kamala? She didn't do it to the very last minute to where she had to. But then before that, she did a photo op. $750 is the relief for the whole household. That's not individually. That's for the whole house. That's to get you started. But then we've seen Glenn Beck go and talk to the lady in FEMA. We talked about that and we reacted to it in different videos, right? He's talking to the lady, the FEMA worker, and he's saying, why did you park the truck away from where people can see you? Shouldn't the truck be parked around where the food would be so that people would know the truck is here so they can sign up for assistance? Why did Glenn Beck have to show that? He didn't go off on her. He was very respectful. And she's like, well, you know, We're just going to come back tomorrow. They've got the luxury to do that. They stand in hotels. Shout out to Andrew Kyle. He said, just dropped in to tell you thanks for being real. Shout out to you. Subscribe to the channel if you can. FEMA dropping the ball, Obama. There's a lot of confidence that's starting to go away, Obama. I see the Young Turks even like getting a little bit dissuaded with how Kamala is handling this. They're saying she's going down in the polls. This is what the liberal media is saying. You standing there with your hands in your pocket trying to black shame us is not going to work.
And you're thinking about sitting out? But
tell him, chat, he not about to black shame us. We seen a video. Oh, we not doing this, bro. Michelle Obama sitting up there in the campaign rally trying to reignite separatism, talking about, oh, white people got silver spoons in their mouth and they're expecting escalators and we have to work harder. I know a lot of white people that work hard. I gave $10 to a homeless white person the other day at the gas station when I went in to get a Diet Coke. A lot of people are struggling right now. And how dare you just say all of white people are feeling that? That they're just expecting escalators and they just got an easy way out. Maybe some, not all. Hey, y'all work around white people about me? I wish I didn't have to go to work. Man, I'm tired. I'm working. They working too. They want to keep. Hey, when you was running for office, Obama, there's a lot of white people that was supporting you. They did grassroots movements and everything. Supporting Michelle Obama. You think you got it in the office by all black people? If you think that, you must be losing it. There's more of them. And that's why when you got in the office, you didn't do nothing for us. But now it's like, oh, I'm going to shame you. Y'all should be out here voting for Kamala.
You know, because of Putin,
Meanwhile, Vladimir Putin is endorsing Kamala. Come on.
Coming up with all kinds of reasons and excuses. I've got a problem with that because part of it.
You thinking of reasons and excuses? You got a problem with that? Hey, how do you have a problem with that, Obama? You worth $70 million. Hey, chat, are y'all worth $70 million? What kind of problem you got with this?
Makes me think, and I'm speaking to men directly now, part of it makes me think that, well, you just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president. Mm-hmm.
He really think that he really spitting right now. He really think that this is 2008. He really think that this is his era. This is his generation where he can talk to us and we supposed to get inspired by your hope message when we can look at what happened over the last 3.5 years and compare it to what happened in 2016 through 2020. And when I do a compare and contrast, I realize that the opportunities were greater and we had better times than what we've experienced over the last 3.5 years. Hey, family, black people, black men in particular.
Hey, we just hit 74,500 subscribers. Shout out to everybody. Talk to him, Anton.
We gonna use the whole you don't want a woman to lead you trope to then justify you and use reverse psychology to get you to go out there and vote for a person that is completely incompetent. Completely incompetent.
And the one thing you should really not do, Obama, is trying to shame us into voting just because she's a black woman. And I'm going to say this, right? And we want to support our brothers and sisters and people in the world, right? Black women don't like black men. Thug life. I said it. Thug life. This is historical. They don't. And they don't like us because of y'all giving incentives for the man not to be in the house. The Cardi B's out here. The Megan Thee Stallions out here. Get the money, get the money, get the money, leave them. You don't need them, you don't need them, get the money, leave them. She didn't even marry a black one. But you want us to just roll over again, roll over and roll over and roll over again, roll over and roll over and roll over again. That's what you want? They don't even like us. That's the hidden truth. Have y'all ever watched The View? They don't like men at all on that show. We're in America, it's very, let me remix it for you. Do it over and over and over, do it over. You want me to say it again? Have you watched The View? They don't even like men. But you want us to continue to be out here sipping. The American culture, they don't like men, they want to be men. I'm not talking about genders and all that. Shout out to the, you know what I mean? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like man versus woman. They don't want, it's what it is. So what are we supposed to do? And let's keep it real. Black women don't want to listen. It is what it is. Thug life. Some of them don't. Some of them don't. Some of them do. A lot of them don't. You ain't gonna tell me what to do. I'm a strong black woman. I don't need nothing. I'm independent. I don't need. You want to run the country? Why did Candace Owens? Why did she do like a podcast, multiple different episodes, dispelling that Kamala Harris isn't actually black? I'm just saying what she did. The lady that y'all had, Kamala Harris, sitting on her lap, Candace Owens exposed that wasn't her grandmother, that was the help. So shame somebody else, Obama, because that ain't gonna work for me. Wait a minute.
She admitted that she'd be no different than what Biden has implemented and that she was in the room for overwhelming majority of the decisions, especially.
Yeah, they're getting desperate. Brady Cerrito is a subscriber here, said they're getting desperate. They're getting real desperate. Hey, y'all, I got to go to work. Shout out to y'all for rocking with me. Let's see how many views we got. We got 512, 74,512 subscribers. Shout out to everybody that's been subscribing. And then we've got view-wise, I didn't expect this video really to do any views because they've been kind of like, you know what I mean? Like playing games, you know, like I did like the Univision, the proper breakdown of what was going on. I felt like I wasn't really biased. I gave Kamala her credit when she deserved credit. And there was one little part, I mean, there's a couple parts, right? One of them we seen, it's the teleprompter at a town hall meeting. Nobody's thinking that's crazy, right? We seen a teleprompter, but it's like one little part they had a problem with that they hit me with a copyright for, and I'm fighting it through YouTube. And we're going to see if this YouTube copyright situation works so I don't have to call my, you know what I'm saying, my people about it. Let's see if they'll work for the people or if they're going to be on their side with it. So that video, even though it got 71,000 views, it's blocked in like a couple countries. They don't want that being seen. Y'all influencing social media people out here, Y'all allegedly offering them money. Like, oh, it's too much going on, bro. Let me turn this off, bro. Like, we coming back in the morning. Shout out to everybody. And I do want to say, special shout out to you too, because y'all have been working, you know what I mean, and trying to help me figure out things to try to grow my channel. I appreciate y'all, you know what I mean? It is what it is, you know what I mean? Y'all don't have to do that, you know what I mean? And y'all been like working with me a lot, so I do appreciate that. I want to put that out there for you too, because they've been rocking with your boy. The views have been going crazy, you know what I'm saying? The subscribers have been going crazy. I think people are tired of the norm. People want to hear something different. They tired of being force-fed. Oh, you just got to vote Democrat because they said so. They're tired of that. People are tired. People are working 2 jobs. They you know what I mean? They're working crazy overtime. The taxes are getting... This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody. We're going to talk later. I'm out. Come subscribe. And I'm about to work for 12 hours. I'm not dependent on the government. I just got on here. I talked to y'all for over an hour, maybe 2 hours, and I'm about to go to work. And when I get off work, I'm going to get on here. I'm going to talk to y'all again. I ain't depending on nobody. I don't believe I should just sit back and be getting food stamps. Unless I really need them. That's why it's important y'all hit that super chat. Y'all end up, you know what I'm saying, donating to keep this running. Because if I'm reacting to stuff, you don't know. They can hit me with a copyright or whatever, like take the monetization from the you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So that's why I thank all my supporters. That's why sometimes I do, a lot of times, not sometimes, but a lot of times, subscribers only, and I talk to y'all because I feel like y'all are what's generating this channel. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everyone.